Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. My name is Yamiche Jojo Wada, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? I hope everybody is having an amazing day. I hope you enjoyed the show on yesterday. And as soon as Facebook will want us to be great, that would be really nice. I'm going to try one thing, Lynn. If you have not came on yet, I'm going to try one thing. Yesterday, I talked about discipline determines your destiny. What are you going to be disciplined about to get to your destiny? What are you going to be disciplined about to get to your destiny? And then what is going to be your turnaround? What is going to be something that's going to make you change your mind and do the things that you need to do? Then I'm going to see if I can't add you here. See if I can't go live in two places. Let's see. We're going to see. Good morning, everybody. And while I'm waiting on my fearless co-host to come in, don't forget to join us June 16th at the Circle and Moon in Roswell, Georgia, where we will be doing a do shop. We will be having a hands-on. Hold on, Lynn. I'm going to decline this one, Lynn, and I'm getting ready to send you one, okay? We're going to see if this works. See if you got that one. And if not, then send it to me again. It will be a do shop where we'll actually be hands-on working through this Live Past Crazy process. And then we'll be doing the investing part where you will actually be investing by the time you leave here. So bring your paper, your pens, your pencils. Come ready to do something so that you can leave there with purpose and with the action plan. And I guess it's not going to let me add it this way. All right, let me do it this way. I was going to try to, I can do live on my laptop. But
all right, good deal.
I was trying to do live on my laptop and I sent you an invite, but it still wouldn't come through. So
no, allow you to do it from the laptop. Otherwise, I would do it from the laptop every day. So you can invite anyone unless it's from your phone. So yeah, good morning, guys. Thank you for joining us. As always, we always have something going on. Today is field day for my little one, and I am supposed to be at school setting up the tents. I got the cooler, the chairs, all of that good stuff. But you know what? I shall be there later. It's already raining and cloudy out there. I don't even know if we're going to set up this tent and how we're going to do this thing. But that's okay. It'll get done. Today is field day. The kids will still have fun, right?
That's right.
So this will be a brief show this morning, at least on my part. I'll be leaving as soon as I get finished because I need to get out there in these ATL streets again. So our trivia for this morning, guys, I had to go through. I tried to find some good ones for you today, but I just don't know about this. But I thought this was amazing. And I know some people love their pets, but this takes the love of your pet to a completely different level. So here it is, y'all. Where is it? In some areas of Paris, all right, Paris, France, what is provided for dogs? In Paris, France, what is provided for dogs?
What?
Y'all, they have private flush toilets.
What?
Private flush toilets for your dog. So that's taking the love for your puppy to a whole nother level. That's a completely different level. But yeah, that's in Paris, France. So for all the dog lovers, y'all gotta go
And
to
I'm
France.
a dog lover, but I don't know about that right there now.
Go to France, go to Paris, and find you one of those locations and indulge your doggies, your little other
Mm-mm.
part families. All right, trivia number 2, guys. And I thought this was interesting. It was funny. And I doubt that they would be able to even survive in what we got going on today in the media. But this is in 1926. All right, 1926. Why did Japan delete 800,000 feet from U.S. films? So you got to remember, think back to 1926. I know that's a long way back, but remember the film was on those reels, those big round circle reels, right? And they deleted over 800,000 feet from U.S. films. Y'all know why?
Why?
Because they had kissing in them.
That's a lot of work.
They took it out because they had kissing in the films. Can you imagine if that were the same today? They wouldn't have but a 2-minute reel, right? The show with
Girl, 20-second. What you talking about?
the way these things are set up today, y'all. But so that's our trivia for this morning. Pet lovers, if you love your doggy, go to Paris. They have some private flush toilets for you. And in Japan, yeah, they used to remove that from the film because of kissing, y'all. Oh, times have changed, buddy.
Nathan?
Times have changed. Yes.
Cousin Carl got a dog, but there you go, taking a friend, Paris, and they're gonna let them live real nice, like.
Exactly. We thought our doggy daycares was something over here in the U.S. It's got to be something amazing over there in Paris, but. Okay, I digress. So guys, really quickly this morning, what I wanted to share with you, good morning guys, thank you so much for joining. The topic for today is dealing with an important decision you probably haven't made, right? This is an important decision you probably haven't made. And more than likely, you haven't made this decision because you're not investing. All right? So how to choose the right mix of stocks for your portfolio is what we'll be talking about. And ultimately, we talked about on yesterday, we have to focus. You have to know what it is that you're wanting, focusing on the positive as opposed to the negative. And I'm not going to go back over everything that we talked about on yesterday, but it's definitely an opportunity. Miss JoJo, you have something to add? I see you over there laughing.
I'm laughing at my cousin Carl because he said his dog ain't good for nothing but pooping everywhere.
Wow. Well, hey, he has a private toilet if he goes to Paris, so it doesn't matter, right? It's his privacy to be able to do that, so he's good, right?
That's
so in
right.
choosing the right spots, y'all, I'm going to be really brief with the conversation this morning. Until you learn what it is that you need to do in investing, the number one thing that I recommend for you to do is to go ahead and invest in what is called an index fund or an exchange traded fund, right? So what happens inside of those funds? Those funds invest across an entire industry. Maybe they're investing like the S&P 500. It invests in the 500 companies inside of that industry. So go ahead and decide on a particular industry. And this is a way to protect yourself, right? As you're starting to invest, get in the game first. Yes, get in the game first and also educate yourself along the way. So how do you play it safe? First, invest in an exchange traded fund or an index fund. And if you're in retirement plans in your jobs, more than likely your company has already designated what those things are. And you've also seen that they've given you a retirement year, right? That you are going to look to retire in. So there's an opportunity to start investing there first and foremost until you can start to pick those winners for your stock portfolio. The second thing I would say to you is to now go and get one of the investing apps. We always hear people say, oh, you got to have a broker in order to invest. Oh, you got to have a brokerage account. Yes, you do. But know this, your app that you're downloading, if you download the Stockpile app and create an account, that is your brokerage account. All right. So they've simplified the process for you. So you now have a broker. Your broker is Stockpile. What is it? LLC,
Company.
Stockpile. I'm not sure what it is, but that entity now serves as your fiduciary, right? That is now accountable for providing that opportunity for you. So investing in your Stockpile app, your Stash app, Acorns app, there are so many, Robinhood, there's so many different opportunities out there now that people can take advantage of. So guys, there's no reason for us to not to continue to sit on the sidelines when it comes to investing, right? The number one thing that I shared is that investing is what is going to allow us to close this wage gap, this wealth gap that exists between different demographics. And if you remember, we always go back to the research and share the research that basically says that the wealth gap is so large between the white community and the Black community that if we continued at the same rate that we're working, it would take us 200 plus years to even be able to close the gap. But do you know how to speed that up? You speed that up by investing. You speed that up by learning how to take your money, make your money, keep your money, and grow your money. You do this by investing. So I'm focusing primarily on investing in stocks right now, but just know that's not the only way to invest. That's just a quick, simple, easy way to get in and start investing. And then there are other opportunities. Yeah, there's real estate, residential, land, commercial. There are other things that you can do. But guys, you have to get in this investing game. And if you're ready to get in the game, join us on June 16th at the Circling Moon. Get your tickets at bit.ly/Great Escape Mini. This is where we're going to be going through the process and actually doing this. What does it look like, right? You've set up your basic accounts, but you want to be accountable. You want to be able to make those financial decisions so that you can sleep at night as far as your investing opportunities, right? Because there's some risk involved in investing. And if anybody tells you there is no risk, then they're obviously lying to you, right? So there's actually risk in investing, but you minimize, right? You can mitigate risk by getting the education that you need so that you can now make those informed decisions. So that's what we're doing at the Do Shop, guys. We're helping you to go through the process to see what are those things that you need to recognize, identify, and be able to use to make great decisions when it comes to your investing. It's not rocket science. Although it has been made to appear that it's rocket science, it's been made to appear that it's difficult. The terminology they use, the formulas they use, guys, it is not that difficult. And that's what we'll do at the Do Shop. If you are ready, right? I understand you've been reading about it, but if you want somebody to come in there, just like your classroom teacher did for you in math, you know, in math class, she came in there, she worked the problems on the board, and more than likely your math teacher sent you home and told you to do the work, right? You went home to go do those problems, and you said she made it look so easy on the board, but when I tried to do it myself, it just didn't come together, right? Was that your experience? I know that was an experience for me. For me, when I got to calculus, that was a trying time. Let me just be real.
Hey, to the man.
In high school, I thought pre-cal was a little bit of a struggle, but when I got to Cal, I was like, oh my goodness. But I digress. What we will do differently at the Do Shop, yes, we'll be in there in the room, like the teacher working the problems on the board, but then you'll be on your laptop, on your iPads, on your devices, set on your accounts, actually looking at this, and we will do this together so that you can now select and identify what are those things that I'm interested in investing in. No one ever had this conversation with us, right? When we were growing up, no one taught us about these things in school. And if they did teach us this in our economics class, it was at such a level that we were not ready for it at that moment, right? We were not ready for it in that moment. But now, because you are here, because you're chimed in, obviously it says that you are ready. You are ready to do something different. You're ready to, like JoJo says, you're ready to push past the crazy in your life because there are things we can do differently in our finances. So I implore you, I invite you guys to join us on June 16th, right? Join us on June 16th. And if you don't join us, that is okay. That's your decision and you make that. But please make sure that you do something to start investing immediately so that you can build generational wealth. There's something you have to put in place, some things you have to put in order. And many of us, if we were going to do it, we would have done it by now, right? But if you are ready to move forward, you said, I'm tired of sitting on the sidelines. I'm tired of saying, I'm going to wait to the next time to do this. I'm going to wait until my child graduates, or I'm going to wait until I do X, Y, Z. Fill in the blank, right? If you're ready to go ahead and move to the next, guys, just go out there, step out on faith, right? Because it's good. That's what it's going to take.
That's what it's going to take.
This is something that you can do. Believe that this can change the situation for you and your family. Believe that this is what's meant for you guys. Do you not know we were meant to have life and have it more abundantly?
Yes.
We miss that too often. We miss that because we've been taught differently. We've been taught that money is evil. We've been taught that those rich people are greedy. But guys, why would he create all of this greatness if it were not for his children? Tell me that. Why would he create all the riches of the world are laid up for his children? But many of us, we're not doing what we need to do so we can go out and get it. Favor is out there for us, but are we in alignment to receive our favor? Essentially is what I'm saying to you today. So ready, guys, if you're ready to go ahead and get in a community of like-minded women who are ready to move to their next, who are ready to start investing, who are ready to start building generational wealth, who are getting past the overwhelm in their life and their finances. You're ready to get rid of this information overload and get down to the bare bones minimum. Master the basics. That's what it is, y'all. Mastering the basics. And until we do that, until we recognize that, guys, you'll continue to be broke, busted, and disgusted. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to move to my next, right? And that's why I continue to do what I do. That's why I continue to go out, make the changes that I need to make for my family. See, we always work as women. We try to change other people all the time, right? And I'm guilty myself because I used to say that about my own man. I used to be like, man, I can change him to do this. If he does this better, if he goes over here and joins this group, if he goes over here and cooks this, then our marriage is going to be so much better. See, that's what I used to project until I recognize and learn that if anything is to change, where does it have to start? It had to start with me, right? So in order to do that, in order to push past, guys, in order to get to the point where I have these goals that I'm focusing on, that I'm being intentional in my life with, that I'm using to move to my next and build generational wealth, I have to. And are you ready to do something different is the question that I'm asking you today. Are you ready to move to your next? Because we're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Who are ready? Then join us on June 16th at the Great Escape Mini, where we'll be looking at not only your finances from the perspective of investing, but we'll also be looking at your life and health. So yes, there will be a complete holistic retreat, if you will, at the Great Escape Mini, where we'll be doing all of these things. So come, don't dress up, come dress down, come in your casual and comfy gear, right? No heels, ladies, no 6-inch heels, because you know how we do. When we get together with each other, it's a fashion show. And I love fashion just as much as the next person, but that's not what this is about. This is a do shop. This is about us doing the work. You don't have to bring any overalls, but you do need to come in, right, comfortable and ready to do the work. All right, Miss Co-host, I got to get out of here because it's field day at my baby's elementary school, and I'm supposed to be there set up by now, but I'm not. I'll see you later.
Thank you for allowing the show to go on. We appreciate you, son.
All right, guys, have an awesome one.
All right, I'll talk to you later, Lynn. All right, guys. So the fearless thought for the day. You guys have fun, Lynn. The fearless thought for today is Lynn gave us our fearless financial moment. So our fearless thought for today is overcoming your giants. On this fearless journey, that's essentially what we are doing. We are addressing our giants and then we are overcoming them, because when we are living past crazy in our lives, it's all about overcoming the obstacles that are stuck in your way. Them. So you have to learn to overcome your giants. There's no other way to continue or to keep going unless you do. If you don't address them, and if the circle on June 16th, I will go through the steps that you need to, one, learn to live past crazy. That we're going to get the crazy to stop before you leave. It will stop before you leave. And then I'm going to give you the process to continue at home. And one of those is overcoming those giants. And what does that look like? And how exactly do you do that? And I'll be honest with you, the first thing, and I think I'm going to do a blog on this, you've got that self-validation, that looking for the I'm sorry that's going to make you feel better, or the I'm right, you're wrong feeling. That is the biggest thing you've got to let go of, because you're never going to overcome whatever's in front of you, especially if it's dealing with hurt, regret, bad feelings. If it's dealing with any of that, you've got to let your feelings of what you think you deserve from it go. So my abuser hurt me. I felt like he should apologize. I felt a whole lot of things, but once I let that go, I was able to move past a lot of stuff. And that required facing my giant. Yes, I wanted somebody to apologize for the hurt that they gave me, but at the end of the day, my life could continue on even if I did not have that. And that, my friend, is a signal of growth. Once you can move past that, and you cannot talk about it to the point where I talk about it, but I'm not connected to it, meaning I don't have the emotion, I don't have the hurt, I don't have the disappointment associated with it. I'm telling it as a part of simple facts. This is what happened, and this is how I got past it. But if you still have an emotional attachment to it, and you are still seeking that self-validation of somebody to come and make you feel better for what they've done to you, it's never going to happen. There's never going to be enough words for somebody to say to you to make you feel better for the hurt that they done to you. There's no actions that they're going to do that's going to make you feel better for the hurt that or the disappointment they've caused in your life. It's not going to happen. Now, you may feel okay for a minute, but it's always going to be playing in the back of your mind. So what you have to do is you have to forget that, let it go, because you're just going to have to overcome that giant. And sometimes we are our own worst enemy, and we are our own biggest giant. Once we get past the ego, the I deserves, and the self infliction of what I think I need, then you are able to move on, and then your journey can really start. Because right now, all I'm giving you are questions to ask yourself. I'm telling you some things to think about, which are very important up until we get to this overcoming your giant, because your mindset has got to be right to get over this next hurdle. And part of that is letting go of the self-validation, wanting the self-validation, or pointing out the hurt and the disappointment that somebody has done to you. It's not going to make you feel better. You may think it will, but it won't. It won't make you feel any better, because there's still going to be something there that you're missing. But when you let it go, that's when your peace is going to come in. That's when you're going to feel better about yourself, because you're still going to hang on to it. Until you overcome that giant of everything that somebody has done wrong to you, or the crazy in your life, whatever it may be, until you let that go, crazy will continue in some form, or some way, form, or fashion. Period. It's going to be there, because you're going to look for the answer in every other thing that you continue to do. So if one person hurts you, and this is my confession for the day, one husband hurt me and I didn't deal with that. So the next husband came along and I wanted him to relieve me or make me feel better for what the first one done. That didn't happen. It wasn't his job to. He didn't know that, but I projected onto him And it made him miserable. It made me miserable because I wanted him to do something that he didn't know, and it wasn't his responsibility. So I had to let go of something that I wasn't going to get from the person I wanted it from. I had to let it go. Once I let it go, then I had the peace. Then I was able to keep moving, and my mindset changed, and my thoughts freed up. Because so much of your mind, before you overcome this giant, so much of your mind is focused on, I guarantee you, 80% of your mind is focused on what they did to you. Whether it's your job, how they did you wrong at work, how your family did you wrong, your husband, your wife, your best friend, your girlfriend. So much of your mind is focused, and we run scenarios in our head, right? Well, if they do that, then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to tell them about this and this and this. And it takes up our entire day. Imagine if you were free from that thought, because right now you're held captive. You're a prisoner in your own mind. Conversations that you're having with yourself, or how you're going to cut somebody out, how you going to tell them about themselves. Oh, I read this. They need to read this so they know it's all about them and they wrong. It's not going to, they don't care. And then all of this is stressing you out because now you're spending all your energies doing something that doesn't help you, period. And the Bible says, why do you work for things that does not satisfy your soul? So why are you bothering with things that are not bringing peace to your life? And if you realize that that's the most important thing, it frees you up to think other thoughts, and you'll be surprised how much other things will come into play, or how many other greater thoughts you can have when you let that go. But as long as you are holding on to that, as long as you are holding on to it, you're never going to face your giant, because it's always going to be that you're going to carry it with you. Good morning, Miss Gabriel. How you doing? Miss Antoinette. You're going to carry it wherever you go, and it's going to follow you to job, relationship to relationship, marriage to marriage, friendships. It's going to follow you everywhere. You got to let go of that so that you are free to do other things. Because here's the thing. We can say, well, I want to be, I'm that doesn't bother me. I let it go, and I want to do all this. But every time you think about it, it's on your mind. It's you're welcome, Cousin Carl. It's on your mind. It's something that you're thinking about all the time. But when you're truly over it, when you truly overcome your giant, then right, right, Sandra, forgiving is for you. And it does allow us to move up. And let me tell you, if you ask long enough, I ain't gonna say long enough, you ask the good Lord. And if you for real, I can forget to the point where it's not in remembrance of my mind, meaning something has got to happen to trigger me to remember that you've hurt me in that way. Otherwise, it's not a part of my daily thought process. It's not a part of my life. It's not a part of anything, because I can't give energy to that. Whatever you give energy to is what's going to grow. So if I'm cussing and fussing about my job, my marriage, everything all day, that is what is going to grow. Frustration from work, job, marriage is going to grow. Frustration with kids is going to grow. So whatever I'm focusing on is what's going to grow. So when you finally overcome that giant and let go that you're not going to get that self-validation, they're not going to say sorry enough, they're not going to make you feel loved enough, you let all of that go and address it and then move past it. Your mind is now 75% freer, because you're not worried about seeking that, because that's what you're looking for. That's all you're looking for. And it's like you're missing a part of your soul. Like, I'm looking and I can't put my finger on it quite yet, but I know this is what I'm looking for. You're not going to get it. So that's where the good Lord comes in. If you don't know him along this fearless journey, you will sure get to know him and find him for yourself. You got to let it go. And that forgiveness is, you got to forgive, like Sandra said, so you can move on and heal yourself, period. And then when you do that, you can't bring it back up, because you didn't forgive them. If you say, okay, I forgive JoJo for hurting me, you cussed me out, whatever, I forgive you. But every time one of your friends mention my name, you got to tell the story of how I hurt you. You're not over it. You're not you haven't forgiven me, and you're not ready to get past it. That's right. Forgiveness is the key. It is all for you and not for anybody else. Be selfish in that you want to be free
from whatever is holding you prisoner in your mind and in your thoughts. Be selfish about that action. Set yourself free. Forgive people. Move on and let it go. I think last week, 2 weeks ago, when I was telling you guys I was big mad, I was mad about what had happened and how I walked through the process where I felt it. I realized I was angry. I was upset. My feelings were hurt. And then I allowed myself a time period to feel that way. And then the next day, I said, okay, I'm over it, and I let it go. Now, that process took me years to get to where I can truly say, okay, it doesn't bother me anymore. But you got to learn a process to let it go. Because if not, my friend, you're carrying it with you. You're carrying it in your body. You're carrying it in your mind, your spirit, and your soul, and it is heavy. It will weigh you down. You ain't going to be able to sleep. You ain't going to be able to eat. Nothing tastes right. You'll never look right. You'll never be happy. You'll always complain. Nothing will ever be right enough for you until you let it go. When you let it go, the weight will come off of you, off your shoulders, off your body, because y'all, that stress cause you to gain weight, cause you to lose weight, your hair to fall out, your skin to look bad. I've been in all of those situations, and it will do that. It will shut you. I've been in a hospital where stress has shut me down, in isolation, where people had to suit up to come and see me. Now I realized I had to let it go. Forgiveness is the key. Stop looking for self-validation. So what are the giants are you going to overcome today? You got to overcome them. You got to address them, look at them, feel however you're going to feel about it. And that's why I'm a friend. Where's my journal? I'm a friend of journaling. Whatever it's a little notebook, cup, nice little pad, or if it's just a plain piece of paper, write it down. Get it out your mind. And I do that a lot. I write down every frustration I'm having about a situation. I write it down, and then I throw it away. And for me, that's very symbolic of I've gotten out of me. It's no longer a part of me, so I don't have to address it anymore. So try that and let me know how it works for you. However you feel like you need to work through that process, you do that, because you've got to overcome those giants, because they will always be there. And here's the secret. That giant you're looking at right now, it could very well be your peace and you don't know it. Meaning that giant, which is so big, once you address it, it's really your peace of mind, your peace of spirit, your peace of soul. In the Bible, it says Joshua walked right up to the giant. You know, he had sent the scouts out, and it's like, oh, they're big giants over there. We can't go into the land. And Joshua, in his old age, went up to the giant and said, look, man, are you for me or against me? And the giant said, I'm the captain of the Lord's army, and where you standing is holy ground. So what if your giant is something the good Lord is trying to give you, but you refuse to address it because you think it's a big problem, but it's really your peace wrapped up in it, right? So think about that today. As I close out the Fearless Morning Show, overcome that giant today. Think about that, y'all. What are you going to let go of today? Got to do it today, because if you carry it with you tomorrow, it's going to stay with you. Be free today. Be selfish in that, and that you want that freedom today. All right, guys, thank you for joining the Fearless Morning Show. If your friends and family do not have Facebook, that is our YouTube channel where they can binge watch the Fearless Morning Show. Please make sure you share this video. I appreciate everybody joining. I love you guys so much. Whether you're catching it live or on a replay, I appreciate you. If there's a topic that you want us to cover, the questions you want us to ask, please let us know. And Lynn and I both are available for speaking opportunities to come. Lynn will handle the financial, I will handle the life, even when it comes to our young girls, because they need this foundation early. Right, Cassandra? That is so true. You can't say you forgive a person and continue to remind them of it. Then you didn't. If you do that, you didn't forgive them. That is right. Thank you, Sandra, for bringing that point. I love you, girl. So make sure you guys share this video. And if you want Lynn and I to come speak, please get in touch with us and let us know. We are willing to travel where we do travel. And if you'd like for us to come to your city, your community, your church, your group, just let us know. Reach out to us via Facebook, and we will be more than open to do that. So, because it all starts in the community. And now that you know, Cousin Carl, Sandra, Antoinette, you guys are now, and my mama's still on here, you are now charged to go share this information with somebody else, because you can't keep it to yourself. Share it with somebody, but share it with the intent of helping, not sharing with the intent of I told you so, because then you're defeating the purpose. It's the intent of helping with true help, not condensation, not I told you so, not hear somebody else saying it. So share the information, guys. I hope you have an amazing Thursday. Don't forget June 16th. The Circle and Moon is the Great Escape Mini. Tickets are on sale until June 1st, so make sure you get your ticket. Bring your girlfriends with you. And you're going to walk away, and I'm going to show you this. Lynn will probably say, JoJo, we have blueprints for you guys to follow and to fill out where we're going to map out how to live past crazy in your life and your finances. So we are working on some great, amazing things. You're going to walk away with some goodies and some things that you're going to need. So just in case you forget, you'll have your manual and a handbook right there with you so as a reminder to learn to live past crazy. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 7:15. Have a good one.